At the airport. It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and Mr. Haddad is waiting at the Kansas City airport. He is waiting for an airplane to arrive from Florida, but because it is snowing and cold outside, the flight is delayed. It is hot in the airport because there are many people. Some people are waiting, some people are buying tickets, and some people are walking with suitcases and speaking on cell phones. Mr. Haddad is sitting in a seat in front of big windows. He is watching the airplanes in the gray sky and the men working outside in the snow. They are wearing orange pants, orange jackets, and winter hats, and they are putting suitcases in the airplanes. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Mr. Haddad walks to the cafe to get a sandwich. He buys a sandwich and coffee, but there are people sitting at all the tables. A husband and his wife are sitting at a table with 4 chairs. Mr. Haddad walks to their table. "Excuse me," he says, "can I sit at your table? There are no more chairs or tables in the restaurant." "Are you arriving, departing, or waiting?" the woman asked Mr. Haddad. "I am waiting for my son," he says. "We're waiting for our daughter," says Mrs. Smith. "My name is Mike Smith, and this is my wife Isabella," says the man. "Nice to meet you. My name is Bertrand Haddad." "Nice to meet you, Mr. Haddad." "It's a cold day today," says Mr. Haddad. "Yes," says Mr. Smith, "but the newspaper says it's going to be sunny on Saturday." It is 5:15 in the afternoon. Mr. Haddad is watching the televisions in the airport. There are many delayed flights, but the flight from Florida is arriving in 5 minutes. He waits for his son near the door leading to the airplane. His son has not visited for 2 months. The door opens, and people walk off the airplane. Mr. Haddad watches the people coming from the airplane. His son Louis is walking with a young woman with red hair. Mr. Haddad hugs his son. "Welcome home," he says. "Thank you, Dad," says his son, "and this is my friend Amy." "Nice to meet you, Amy," says Mr. Haddad. Before Amy can speak, Mr. and Mrs. Smith walk up to them and hug her. "Mr. Haddad," Amy says, "these are my parents." "Mike and Isabella Smith," says Mr. Haddad. "Mr. Haddad," says Mrs. Smith. "We meet a second time," says Mr. Haddad.